What's scenario hunting? Scenario hunting is a technique that narrows the gap between modeling and implementation. Let's see an example by hunting a simple scenario from this event storming board. I've installed the Miro add-on, so let's open it. It asks us a couple of questions about the scenario under test, and I'm going to answer. It asks us to select the then step of the test, so let me select it, and select the when step, and the system under test, and the context in which the test is meaningful, which is sales, and type a name for the scenario. Removes items from basket. Now I can check whether the input provides enough data to the subject to calculate the expected results, or it requires some preconditions. In this case, removing items from the empty basket can be a scenario, but as the name of the scenario indicates, it's a happy path scenario, so the items need to be in the basket to be able to be removed. So let's add the given items added to basket event as a precondition of the scenario. And it turns out that it's missing from the board too. Interesting. So let's add it to the board first. Items added to basket has three properties: customer ID, product ID, and amount. Let's set an example for amount, let's say 20, and given items added to basket. Now the scenario is ready and I can discover more scenarios, but I don't have to. So I'll skip it for this demo and select a template and save it and switch to this empty test project. Programming language and paradigm are not important here. I'll explain how in a minute. So here's the required behavior as test code. It's driven by design, so I can confidently solve this puzzle and go through that red-green refactor a couple of times and bring it to life as quickly as possible. But wait, do I have to use a specific programming language or paradigm or coding style? To answer that question, let's select another template. Save it, go to the project, and here's the YAML representation of the same scenario. Let's try it again. Gherkin is used for a different level of tests, but let's just try it to see how it works. Save it, go to the project, and here's a human-friendly version of the same scenario. But where did templates come from? Let's open Template Studio. This is where we can easily REPL drive different types of test templates for different purposes. In the middle, the preview pane displays the Gherkin representation of the scenario we just hunted. The template we used to generate it is on the left. As I make changes to the template, I can see the preview live on the preview pane. So let's replace it with something simpler. Dot represents the model of the scenario we just hunted. Let's pass it to this YAML function to see the YAML version of the scenario we just hunted on the preview pane. Now I want to see the TypeScript version of the scenario, something like this. I want to see TypeScript, but it's showing me YAML, so I'll delete it. This is the template, this is the preview of the template, and this is what I expect to see as the preview of the template. So I'll copy what I expect to see as the preview of the template and paste it as an actual template to make all three identical. I'll change the language to TypeScript and start to replace constants with variables to gradually build the template. Do you remember this model? Yes, this is the model we've been dealing with while we were hunting the scenario. Do you remember where we put the basket? Yes, we selected it as the subject. So let's say I want subject.title, and we have the basket here again, but the diff tool indicates that the b is expected to be lowercase. So I'll pass it to this camel case function. Look how it helps us to see where the error is. Let's fix it and copy it, paste it here, here, and here, and gradually replace the constants with variables. It's worth building a single test template and reusing it to hunt for many scenarios. Scenario hunting helps you design more practical models and consequently better software. If you want to learn how and why, go to scenariohunting.com.